Good morning to me. Good afternoon to everyone else. If you're not on Pacific Standard Time, and happy Friday. So, as mentioned, as promised, I'll do a video every day. Uh, yeah, today probably the last one, unless I do one tomorrow. I might. I usually do once a week every Friday. But I just want to encourage you all today, as I did leave off on the topic of I was just basically saying about having faith and, about how, things happen and, people, just having faith in God regardless of your circumstances. Um, because He's always going to deliver. And as I mentioned before, He may not come when you want Him, but He will be there right on time as He always is. Um, but sometimes it may be at the time, sometimes it might be in the time that you need Him right then and there. Then sometimes He will come before or even after you're expecting Him to come, you know, and some of us get discouraged by that. So I just want to encourage you all to today. God is on the move. He's going to do everything that He said He would do for you in your life. So you don't have to worry about that. Um, I know I have children. I have three daughters, and I have to encourage them. They're in their 20s. They're 22, 21, and 20. My oldest, she'll be 23 years old next month. And then I'm going to have a 22-year-old in June, and then a 21-year-old in August. So I just want to encourage you. God is on the move. I don't care what your circumstances say. All I care about is what God is doing and what He says. I don't care what anyone says. There's a lot of people who will have an opinion about you when you are going through. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this straightened out. As I mentioned before, someone's always going to have an opinion about you and your situation when you are going through. That is a guarantee. And excuse this ugly wall. I don't know why they painted this red. This color is like baroque to me. I don't like it. But anyway, God will come through when you least expect it. That is a guarantee. Um, and people will always have something to say. Oh, you've been praying about this. How come this ain't came into fruition? How come what it is that you did for your prayers to be delayed and this, that, and the other. And you're walking right. You're being righteous. You're walking right. You strive to do things right. And there's always going to have someone. There's always going to be someone to say something about you, about things. And that's when you just need to ignore people. Because some people think they know everything. And if they don't know everything, they're mad because you know of things. I've experienced that firsthand. And it is just something else about how people treat other people when they're going through, or if they're trying to come out of things that they have been going through. Some people like to see you stuck. Some people like to see you downtrodden, sad, upset, miserable. And those are some jealous and sadistic people that don't like to see other people happy, thriving, and, you know, accepting the truth about themselves, their calling and all of that. There's some jealous people out here. You could be struggling as much as you can struggle, and people still would be jealous of you about something. But I just want to throw that out there. And also, I do want to mention I saw a post yesterday, and I was thinking about it. I'm just like, well, and I'm just gonna generally speak because I don't like to speak about anyone's personal business unless it's my own. But I'll speak about mine. So I got three kids. I had them all out of wedlock. They were born 2000, 2001, 2002, and I was supposed to have another child. So I was had four. I ended up with three girls. So that lived, and one is an angel baby. But anyway, I didn't know I was pregnant. But with that being said, my life was full of disobedience, and I was financially spiritually and emotionally, to me, oppressed. That was my fault because I strayed away to go and do my own thing, to live my own life. And I said, oh, okay, when I got out of school, I'm moving out of my parents' house and I'm just going to move to Cincinnati. I'm going to move and be with my boyfriend and, everything else like that. And we're going to be together. It's going to be just something great. Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah. Once I had kids, no. And I was living a life of disobedience. And back in the day, like pretty much when I was operating in sin, I wasn't getting blessed. So I expected that my plan should be one that would work because that's what I wanted. But I found out that the life that I wanted to live with my ex was not the life that I was supposed to live. Better yet, I believe I knew better. I just thought I could make something out of it. And so pretty much from the age of 16, for years, I lived in disobedience. And I don't go and say, why God, why you do this to me? Why am I living this way? And all that kind of stuff is out of my disobedience to God. And I know what the word says. I know exactly what it says. For the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord. So we can't, and then also, sin will hold back your blessings. If you're shacking up, you living in sin and fornication, it will hold back your blessings. I can tell you that I had jobs, but they weren't jobs that I could have. They were not jobs that I could actually live off of. Well, I could live off of because the income was different. But making $7, $8, $9 an hour, I couldn't live probably comfortably with that. And I just say all that to say is it is important to walk in obedience. I don't care how long you've been with a man or a woman and y'all living together and y'all love each other. And some people say, oh, it's only a piece of paper. Well, I need the paper. I'm not doing no commitment ceremony. Me and my husband did not do that. With no commitment ceremony. Oh, we love each other. We're going to be together. And we didn't do a ceremony. Nope. You're still not the person's wife. I don't care what kind of ceremony you do, spiritual ceremony or whatever. You're not his wife until it's on paper. So if that person dies, you don't get Social Security benefits, and you're not acknowledged as his wife at a funeral. And if the wife dies, you're not acknowledged as her husband. I don't care. I don't believe in the common law marriages. And a lot of these men with ladies, and some men, ladies and gentlemen, don't call it with that. Oh, well, you know what? We can be together because we love each other. And it's a commitment between you, and God. And he doesn't care about paper. So that could mean that person can walk away anytime untouched. And then you've been with this person. You're thinking it's a commitment. And it's not. So I never married their father. I'm glad I didn't. But it'd be nice if they were conceived in a marital unit. Maybe I would bless it. But again, we were unequally yoked. Because I'm a Christ follower and he was a Muslim. So they believe that he believed in Jesus, but not the way that I believed in what, he did as far as he died on the cross, rose from the dead, and everything. He didn't believe in that. But after speaking to me, he believed like, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying and all of that, but I'm not with the Allah and the Elijahs and the butt of the tree and all that kind of stuff. And I don't believe in religion either. I believe God is God and Jesus Christ was raised from the dead. He rose on the third day, as he said. And you want to be, when it comes to a mate, you want to be intertwined and linked, spiritually equally yoked. And some women think they can change a man, but what happens is, or some men think that they can change a woman. What happens is you start changing and start growing out, completely growing out the other person. And you come to a realization that you want better for yourself. And, with me, I believe God called me to encourage and uncover, different things. And there are some people that for those who are ministry, there's some people you come across, you can tell them everything right, and they still want to do the same thing. I have people come to my life saying, oh, hey, this, that, and other. Try to tell me about it to learn for myself. So be encouraged. Don't allow sin to block your life. Do what God calls you to do, not what you want to do, what God calls you to do. If he says, like, move that woman or move that man up out of your house, move him out. If he says stop having sex, which he will, you're not supposed to have sex outside of marriage anyway. So he shouldn't have to tell you that. You already know. And there's no vagina nor penis that's going to hold, you can't hold nobody with that. If they want to stay, then stay. If they go, they go. Doesn't matter how good you in the bedroom, what you can do with that, or this or that. It's a choice whether they want to stay or not. But you will want to have God's best for you in order for you to get what God has for you in store for you. You have to let things go that are not good for you, no matter how long you've been in a relationship. And I had a discussion with this person, a particular individual, and they still want to hold on to whoever they've been with. Well, that's on you. Don't be talking about you want a godly man, you holding onto a man that's not of God, or holding on to a woman that's not of God. Stop wasting your time praying to ask for a man or woman of God and expecting that one to change, and you know good and well you're not supposed to be with that person. Period. And I'm not gonna waste God's time. I'm gonna pray about things specifically. If that person's not gonna change for God, how do you expect them to change for you? So that's where I'm left at. And I may come back later on with another video. I'm not sure, but I might. Got some other things I need to do today. And if you have an issue or want to find out, why, if you need help removing barriers and everything else, and you like to have someone to talk to, I'm a certified life coach. You're more than welcome to book me. Sessions start at 50. So, event session is 25 for 30 minutes. And then that session's 50, I'm sorry. Consultation, if you just want a consultation with me, that'll be 50. But if you want to book a session, which will be an hour each, they start with 85 for singles. And if it's a couple session, it'll be 125 for two individuals. But I will do a video probably later or maybe tomorrow, not sure. But I hope you all have a blessed and beautiful day. And remember, God's watching you. He's there for you. He loves you. And he wants you to have the best. So don't settle for anything less than that. Even though you've been together with someone for 10, 15 years, they ain't married you. Ladies and men, most men will mention marriage within 3 to 6 months, sometimes 1 to 3 months. And ladies, if they have not mentioned marriage to you within the 6-month period, they haven't mentioned marriage at all to you, I would rethink that. You want to make sure you want to make sure who you are attaching yourself to and spending your time with, that they have the same goals in mind, to please God for one, and to be a spouse. If they're part of they trying to be out in the field and play games, then the person's not for you. I don't care how fine or good looking they are. It doesn't matter how good looking they are. Don't stay with them. Leave at all costs. Don't be with somebody who does not mentally, emotionally, physically not be with you, and is not on the same page as you are. You're trying to grow in God. You don't need a project. You're not IKEA. You're not Walmart. Most of the products you get cheap from Walmart that's cheap, you have to build them yourself, and you don't need a man or woman to build a bear workshop project. You just don't. So I just want to shed light on that. And again, I hope you have a blessed Friday. If you ever need to reach out, want to book a session, you may book on my website, or you can direct message me on my business page or even my personal page. So I'm here because I want to help people. My prices are reasonable. They're currently, as I mentioned, 85 to the 85 single, and then 125 for couples. And those are my prices right now. More likely they'll be increasing because I know what I bring to the table. So have a blessed, beautiful day. And remember, God has plans for you. It's not plans for you to fail. It's plans for you to achieve. It's not plans for you to be a forever boyfriend or forever girlfriend. It's supposed to be a spouse. So God instilled the desire in your heart for a mate. Expect him to fulfill that. But he's not going to fulfill that in your life if somebody else is sitting in your future mate's seat. Some of y'all need to learn how to be alone by yourselves. I watch this lady on my Facebook page. Every time I turn around, she's in something, but she needs to learn to be by herself. Some people need to learn to be by themselves, enjoying your own company, love on you. If you don't love you, how are you going to love somebody else? You can't give somebody something that you don't have. So you have to learn to love God, love you, and then love people. Be blessed. Have a great day. Bye-bye.